And there's Mr. Kerry Decker in the Revo video room.
That's right.
How we doing?
Pretty good.
A little cooler in here, isn't it?
Ah, yes it is, that's for sure.
Welcome to my literal home.
That's right, that's right.
This is where I live.
Let me get a shot of. Now we're not really looking at all of the tapes. I mean, there are others. How many have you got in the collection now?
About 1160.
1160 tapes.
That are numbered. Yeah,
There's
about
more.
that, I guess.
These are.
This is Mickey's Japanese
Japanese
collection. All these, which are all. Don't forget up there, I have like 80 more of just Star Trek, the original TV series, which are up there. I seem to have lost a remote control somewhere.
Oh, I've got it.
You do?
Yeah, I have it. So just kind of giving you an idea, because they're all over.
Literally all over. That's right.
And so on. Yeah, this kind of gives maybe a little different perspective of what's going on. We got all the tapes. When we do the video letters.
Show all the VCRs there. Show all the Betamaxes.
Oh yeah. Showing that this is kind of from the back corner over here. Here's the sofa. In fact, why don't you sit there for a second, and I'll put on a very familiar scene of you at the sofa as if you were making a video letter, which
I've done in a
you've
long
done.
time,
See?
right?
This is what
This
we're
is where we
used
used to sit.
You move in close and all that type of stuff, and that's how we've done that.
That's right.
And then, of course, just to the sides are all the video machines. Why don't we briefly go over what you've got? I mean, we know detailed what
Why
each
not?
machine is,
Why
but
not?
even
Okay.
starting with a reel-to-reel.
Okay, why don't you
Machine
want to
there.
get a close-up or you
Mr.
want to back
Well,
up?
I'm in close.
Okay, this is a 1973 TIAC reel-to-reel, a 3300. Takes the big 10.5-inch reel, looks very impressive. Been holding up like a tank in all the years I've had it. Great machine. Underneath it is my newest piece of audio gear. This is a Technics cassette deck. Has the Dolby and metal positions, all that, which I use once in a while. And down here is a nice high-tech JVC receiver with AM and FM, and it's got a built-in equalizer with different positions and all that. A flow chart, believe it or not, of what's going into where. And it's got the different presets on FM and all that, AM, 16 or 18 presets, real nice.
Okay.
Down here is a Thorens turntable, which I use about once a year if I'm lucky.
Okay,
mean,
what's this little box?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a little thing that Art Vole introduced me to. It's another Radio Shack product. Where else do I get things from? This you plug into an auxiliary input, and it gives you 3 more inputs. And I use like one for my TIAC deck, one for the cassette deck, and one for any of the VCRs that I can interwire into this JVC receiver. So it takes one input and makes 3 out of it.
I got you. Huh,
And you can interdub between any one of the 3 sources. $29. Now for the VCRs. This is my old Quasar. It's like a 1983 machine, and they're like a Curtis Mathis, a Montgomery Ward, Panasonic, Quasar, all had the exact same machine. 3-speed, records and plays back all 3 VHS speeds. Good machine, been holding up over all the years I've been using it really good. Below it is my ultra high-tech Super VHS Toshiba hi-fi machine with all the digital special effects and a real-time counter, hours, minutes, seconds, Super VHS picture quality, hi-fi stereo, all the bells and whistles. Got it for under $1,000 only a year ago, believe it or not. Okay, that's the 2 VHS machines. The rest are all beta. This is my Japanese SLHF 900, which at the time was the only VCR in the world in beta to have all 3 recording speeds, Beta 1S, Beta 2, and Beta 3. The only one of its kind in 1985. That's why I bought this thing. It's got a lot of hours on it, a lot of use, but it holds up like a tank. Still has the original video head. Down here, you might want to even use the 1 Lux for this if you have to, is the Model T, the SL, I was going to say HF, because they're all HF. The SL7200. This was like the first home beta. This is the one I bought in 1976, almost 14 years ago. X1 only, records and plays back a maximum of like 1 hour and 30 minutes on an L750 tape. It's on its 4th video head, and now it sits and just gathers dust. I just don't use it.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side of the video rack, This is the American SLHF 900, which has just recently been modified to record and play back Beta 1 Super Beta, which it normally does not handle. Only costs $150 for that. So this now also handles all three beta speeds, Beta 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Down here is my newest beta, which is probably the last one I'm ever going to buy. This is the ED Beta, extended definition.
Yep.
Just the phone cord, the phone wire. Which has like 500 lines of resolution, and it really is a nice machine. This is the lower end of the two ED Beta models. Take special metal tape, which looks like this.
Gotcha.
Real
The nicest cassettes I've ever seen.
$25 for an L500.
Yeesh.
They don't make L750s in this yet.
Oh, they really don't?
No.
Huh.
An L500 is the longest they have. Okay, so that's my ED Beta. Below that is my RS switcher. When I used to use a regular TV set with my video gear, this was how I switched back and forth between 5 machines into 4 TVs. And with adding these 3 AB switches, I now have a maximum of 8 machines going into any one of 4 TVs throughout the house. 2 down here, 1 upstairs, and 1 in the attic. So this is an RS switcher for 8 VCRs. And down here is my pride and joy, the SLHF 1000. Show all the doors. Which is like the Cadillac or the Rolls Royce of all the betas. It's got a built-in character generator and built-in editing functions, 2 flying erase heads, 8 event 3-week machine, and has probably more features than any other beta that I've ever seen. They don't make them anymore. This is the remote control for this sucker, with like 63 buttons on it, and they even duplicate the jog wheel on here, which is also on the machine.
Yep.
So this is the Cadillac. This is my own personal pride and joy. I use this machine every day of the week. I use this thing 7 days a week. Okay, what you're looking at now is really my first video antique. This is really it. This is the first Betamax, which really began the home video revolution way back in the fall of 1975. It's got a built-in 19-inch Sony Trinitron TV, not a monitor, but a TV. It's got a 1-hour Betamax under this nice smoked plastic cover, and this thing does work. It's a 1-hour beta machine.
Permanent machine that's like in there. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, this thing can come out the back. It does slide out if you want to slide it out. The only feature it has is a 00 memory. That's it.
And a pause button.
And a pause button, which does not lock, by the way.
No, that's right.
It does not lock.
And then there's what, the clock timers.
Yeah. And
boy, those buttons are enormous compared to what we're used to today.
Sure. These are the funny thing is on this thing. This is very unique. This has got 2 tuners. This is the tuner to watch TV on, and in here, if you want to record a different channel, this tuner is what the Betamax is going to record.
Oh.
So you can like watch channel 5 here while you're recording channel 8 up here on the Betamax. And if you want to see channel 8 here, you push this monitor button, which is supposed to light up, and channel 8 will come out here momentarily. And of course, here's the old AFT, which you are supposed to have on. So that's why this is, they actually call this auxiliary tuner controls over here. Then if you have a video camera, you have a switch here to record from TV or a video camera. This is the VTR power and the timer. Here's your clock, the old Leaf clock, which can be set up to 24 hours in advance. And over here are your standard TV controls for brightness, color, tint, vertical hold, and all that. And down here...
Now there's something I noticed here.
What's that?
You have got...
I'm sorry.
2 tuners, one that you can record a different channel than you're watching, and a clock that records 24 hours. What more could you want on a video machine, man?
Right.
I mean, you can actually watch something different than it's taping.
Absolutely.
And you can do it at midnight. Jeez.
And down here, which I can never open this thing up. This is, I feel like Betty Furness. Wait a minute. I feel like Betty Furness. There we go.
I believe she had to use a screwdriver on a couple doors
someone else
there.
did it for her. That's a little door to store your tapes in.
Oh.
Of course, all I have in here right now is the original owner's manual.
12, 15 tapes. What more would you want there?
What more do you need? I mean, why have more than 12 tapes? Right. But as you can see, if you get an overall shot of the whole thing, it's a great looking piece of furniture, if nothing else. And for 1975, that wasn't bad. The original list price of this thing, by the way, was $2,395. And that's because that's why I didn't get that. I couldn't afford it. I picked this up for $350 3 years ago.
Jeez.
From a guy that works as a disc jockey in Cleveland. Moved back here. and I'm real happy with it. I never use this thing. I mean, I
Right.
use this as like a monitor or a secondary or a preview monitor, whatever you call a secondary TV set.
Still, this is
But that's it. It needs a picture tube. This one's shot. It's all green. But hey,
and then
here
of
it
course
is.
now we've got the new monitor.
And this you haven't seen yet, by the way. This is what that isn't. This is a high-resolution Sony monitor. This is
Thomas Paine, administrator of the space agency,
Wait, let me
then met
stay
with
on it.
Abernathy yesterday and told
This is made for Super VHS and ED Beta. Great footage you're getting there on camera. But anyway, this has got 500 lines of resolution, which will easily accept Super VHS and ED Beta both. I want you to bring in the camera a little bit closer, Kerry. I want to show you something that you haven't seen yet. Now, you see this button that says control? Okay.
Okay.
Zoom out so you can get this whole side here. When you push the control button here, you ready? You have all your functions lit up.
Yep.
Both here and over here on this side. This is where you have your hue, your color, brightness, sharpness, even treble and bass and balance because it's got a built-in 20-watt amplifier. The reset will take you back to Sony's factory specs, what they think the
okay.
picture should look like.
That's neat
Okay. When you push the control button off, they all disappear.
for viewing. So
Right.
you're not distracted.
That's it.
Great.
Okay. What else you want to show? Anything?
Let me see here. You showed everything here. We'll sit down on the couch here in a moment. Oh, you made a couple of your videotapes from over here,
Yeah, I have
from
in
the
past.
desk, which is neat. And of course, you have your audio collection.
Yeah, this is right. This is something out of my past. This is my audio tapes, 10.5-inch reels. These things I began in 1963, and after 26 years, I have 261 tapes. I began the video collection in 1976 with over 1,100 tapes, and those tapes began at $16. These began at about 2.5.
Yeah.
Now you tell me which hobby took hold of my life. It wasn't this one.
No.
It wasn't this one at all. I'm at my desk, which is always a mess. But come on over this side, Cherry. I want to show you what's hanging on the wall here, next to me. You want to go back a decade? This is Ray and Carrie in 1979, I think, early October, when I visited you in Orlando with Mickey. That was like our first trip together. Where was that taken?
I believe that was at one of the shopping malls. I'm trying to think,
I think
Altamont
so.
Mall or something like that.
And this, notice, is the Fuji video cassette.
Yes.
Set
Making
in an
some kind of a
1800
bad deal
setting.
there.
Yeah, right. This, of course, is an Apollo 11 insignia I got from you. And this is a year and a half ago at Disney World, Epcot.
What kind of a shirt have I got on there?
It's
Good
a horrid
gosh.
looking shirt. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing something like that. This is 1970 at a radio lab at Ohio State. This is my high school graduation picture.
Yeah.
There you go. And assorted garbage on the walls. My can and bottle collection for what
The
it's
oldest Pepsi bottle.
worth. Yeah, you might want to get a zoom of that.
I got it.
The original Pepsi, it says sparkling on it. And that's it. This is Revo in his natural state, in his natural environment. With Carrie Decker shooting me. I still can't believe this man is here in my house in Cleveland.